right, another episode of Stand Tall. It's December 3rd, and we're in Chapter 4 of The Art of War, diving right in. Verse 11. What the ancients call a clever fighter is one who not only wins, but excels in winning with ease. Number 12. Hence his victories bring him neither reputation for wisdom nor credit for courage. 13. He wins his battles by making no mistakes. Making no mistakes is what establishes the certainty of victory, for it means conquering an enemy that has already defeated. No mistakes make certainty that you are going to win. You already know. And so, what the ancients call a clever fighter is not only one who wins, but he excels at winning with ease. He makes it look easy. Why does he make it look easy? Well, let's go to an alternate translation and see what they say. Master Sun says, in ancient times, those known as good warriors prevailed when it was easy to prevail. Cao says to this, find out the subtle points over which it is easy to prevail. Attack what can be overcome. Do not attack what cannot be overcome. It's kind of like low-hanging fruit. Dumi reflects on this that when the strategy of opponents first makes an appearance, you operate secretly in such a way as to be able to attack it. Since the effort used is little and your assurance of victory is done in a subtle way, it is said to be easy to prevail. Jang uses that if you're only able to ensure victory after engaging an opponent in armed conflict, that victory is a hard one. If you see the subtle and notice the hidden, breaking through before formation, that victory is an easy one. So if you find the notches, the weaknesses, and you find those beforehand, that's how you make it look easy to win. So in our jobs, in our everyday, in everything that we do, we need to be observant. Because once we're observant, and if we don't rush into things with haste, then we're going to make it look easy. And I think a lot of times people who don't think and stop and assess the situation and they have bad outcomes consistently look at the people who do stop, think, and assess the situations and think that they're lucky, when that's not the case at all. Master Sun says that, therefore, the victories of good warriors are not noted for cleverness or bravery. Therefore, their victories in battle are not flukes. Their victories are not flukes because the position where they will surely win, prevailing over those who have already lost. They position themselves where they will surely win. Mei Yao Chen says to this, great wisdom is not obvious. Great merit is not advertised. I like that a lot. When you see the subtle, it is easy to win. What has it to do with bravery or cleverness? So if you're trained and observant and you see, it's easy. And you can make it look easy, just like the ancients said, right? It's not only a warrior who wins, but makes it look easy to win. Wins with ease. Makes it look like he wins with ease. Ho Yang-chi says that when trouble is solved before it forms, who calls that clever? When there is victory without battle, who talks about bravery? And yet, that's what the art of war is about. Victory without battle. Zhang Yu says that secret plotting and covert operations sees victory in formlessness. No one hears of the knowledge that assesses opponents and ensures victory. No one sees the success of those who take the flag and assassinate the general. The way to be able to win without fail is to see when opponents are in vulnerable formations, and then disposition your forces to prevail over them. And Li Quan wraps it up with, when the army is old, the soldiers are lazy, and the discipline and command are not unified. This is an opponent that has already lost. Interesting. I don't know. I feel like Li Quan was like not paying attention. But let's go over to the Daily Stoic and see what insights we can glean from Western Stoicism. The Daily Stoic is by Ryan Holiday and Stephen Hanselman. All right. The philosopher as an artisan of life and death. Philosophy does not claim to get a person any external possession. To do so would be beyond its field. As wood is to the carpenter, bronze to the sculptor, so our own lives are the proper material in the art of living. So here we have the art of war, which is actually the art of living in a lot of ways, depending on how you interpret it. And here we are talking about the art of living from Epictetus in Discourses 1.15.2. Philosophy is not some idle pursuit appropriate only for academics or the rich. Instead, it is one of the most essential activities that a human being can engage in. Its purpose, as Henry David Thoreau said a few thousand years after Epictetus, is to help us solve the problems of life, not only theoretically but practically. End quote. This aligns nicely with Cicero's famous line, to philosophize is to learn how to die. We're all dying. Just like we learned in December 2nd. Don't mind me, I'm only dying slow. So this is like learning how to live the best life because we're all on the way out. So let's try to leave marks and impressions that we can and leave positive impacts. You're not reading these quotes and doing these thought exercises for fun. Though they may be enjoyable and help you lighten up, their aim is to help you sculpt and improve your life. And because all of this, and because all of us have but one life and one death, we should treat each experience like a sculptor with his chisels, carving until, to paraphrase Michelangelo, we set free the angel in the marble. We are trying to do this difficult thing, living and dying as well as we can. And to do that, we must remember what we've learned and the wise words that we've been given. The wise words that we've been given. And we have to go out and find the wise words. That's why we do this. That's why we read. That's why we stand tall. That's why we do the art of war. That's why we take two translations and put them side by side, because many people have interpreted these in their own ways and they've gleaned their own insights from those interpretations. And so that's why we need to take this wisdom and learn how to stand tall while we slowly die.